ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. A framed copy of this quote by the world's most famous scientist, Albert Einstein, hangs on a wall in our home. Often when I read it, I wonder what was on Einstein's mind when he said this. I suspect the comment might have stemmed in some way, from his miracle year of 1905. That was the year when he proved the existence of atoms, devised the theory of relativity, showing that E equals mc squared, and laid the foundation for the quantum of physics. Einstein, only 26 years old at the time, was quoted as telling a friend, "I'm sending you some papers which may be of interest. Only one of them is revolutionary." The scientist, of course, underestimated the importance of his work. Possibly he considered his colossal ideas to be more the result of miracle or his good luck than the result of his genius. I thought of Einstein's quote again as I watched The Cinderella Story, the Ron Howard movie about boxer James J. Braddock, who interestingly was born during Einstein's miracle year. Braddock became known as a boxing professional after many decisive victories during the 1920s that is. When the Depression hit in 1929, Braddock, like so many other Americans, lost everything. He found himself struggling to keep food on the table and heat in the family's meager apartment, while picking up any work he could get on the docks. His ability to compete in any significant boxing bouts had been hampered by a series of injuries and what might be described as bad luck. Braddock did not lose faith and always found a way to survive, though at times in the barest of terms. Braddock's real miracle occurred when he was asked to be a last-minute substitution because no legitimate fighter would do it on such short notice, on the undercard bout for the World Heavyweight Championship. A huge underdog, in fact not a serious contender at all, Braddock shocked the boxing world by knocking out Corin Griffin. 3 fights later, he found himself as the heavyweight champion of the world, defeating the formidable Max Baer. Braddock described his success as luck, never dwelled on his setbacks, and always kept a positive outlook. Perhaps that positive outlook was the basis of Braddock's ultimate success. On the business front, Donald Trump is quoted as saying, "Everything in life is luck." When we think of Trump, we think of a highly successful entrepreneur and real estate tycoon. However, Trump, like Braddock, has had his share of defeats along with the victories. But Trump's misfortune always turned to fortune. In fact, he is credited for one of the most remarkable business turnarounds in history. While he may have made his own luck, his axiom, "everything in life is luck," seems to have worked for Trump. So how about the luckiest man on the face of this earth? It's ironic that the man who gave himself that title was also the one for whom the incurable neuromuscular disease was named, and that he proclaimed himself such after he learned of his fate. In his farewell speech to 62,000 fans on July 4, 1939, Lou Gehrig said, "Fans, for the last 2 weeks, you've been reading about the bad break I got. Yet today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of this earth." Gehrig succumbed to ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, on June 2, 1941, and has been remembered as one of the most phenomenal baseball players of all time. Moreover, he's known for his kind heart and positive attitude. So why do some people seem to be inherently lucky and others unlucky? In Bill Burton's website article about luck in casino gambling, he describes the characteristics of a lucky attitude as follows. Lucky people are optimistic, confident, happy, generous, and outgoing. Unlucky people are pessimistic, unsure, grumpy, miserly, and introverted. While I confess to enjoying low-stakes poker with my friends, I'm not a casino gambler. But Burton's observations ring true to me. Maybe miracles and luck are not a direct result of one's efforts, but more a result of one's attitude. After all, the 4 men were the subjects of this video, each of whom was one of the greatest in their field, and each of whom had at least in some portion of their lives faced great difficulty, each also credited luck for their accomplishments. Perhaps the common bond of this scientist, boxer, businessman, and baseball player is that they all lived their lives as if everything were a miracle. As I see it, Burton's lucky attitude, personal characteristics, combined with the sheer faith that is embodied in Albert Einstein's miracle quote, form a recipe for a life full of miracles. I'm John Longstreet with another edition of the Longstreet Beat. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.